Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on.
And as it is July 7th, we are going to be watching The Aviator from 2004, directed by Martin Scorsese and starring Leonardo DiCaprio. So this being a Martin Scorsese film and being the second collaboration with Leonardo DiCaprio, there was definitely a big buzz about this movie coming out. Not only that, but the subject matter that this particular movie was centered around as well, making waves. Of course, when you're dealing with a Martin Scorsese film, everyone basically wants to be in the movie. So this is very reflective in the cast. So my original viewing of this movie, I can't remember if I actually did see this in the theater when it was released, but I probably, if not, I definitely did see it early on in its basically home video release. And as I already mentioned, not only does this movie star Leonardo DiCaprio, but it also stars Kate Blanchett, Kate Beckinsale, John C. Reilly, Alec Baldwin, Alan Alda, Ian Holm, and Gwen Stefani. So, billionaire and aviation tycoon Howard Hughes, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is a public figure. Director of big-budget Hollywood films such as Hell's Angels, a passionate lover of Hollywood leading ladies, Katharine Hepburn, played by Kate Blanchett, and Ava Gardner, played by Kate Beckinsale, and an aviation pioneer who helps build BWA into a major airline. But in private, Hughes remains tormented, suffering from paralyzing phobias and depression. The higher he rises, the farther he has to fall. So again, we're dealing with a Scorsese film, which is understandable that it is phenomenally shot, wonderfully directed, and the cast does a marvelous job at basically reinventing and showing us the world that of Howard Hughes and his lifetime throughout the experience of this movie. This movie spans quite a few decades of his life from like the mid-20s. This is just a really cool and really visually inviting biopic. DiCaprio does a fantastic job with both showing the genius and the privacy of Hughes and the troubles that he went through. Dealing with his co-stars, like Kate Beckinsale does a fantastic version of Katharine Hepburn, which is something that I hadn't expected to see, and Kate Beckinsale's Ava Gardner is fantastic. Very early in the movie, we're introduced to Jean Harlow as the leading female in Hughes' first movie, Hell's Angels, which is wonderfully and beautifully cast as Gwen Stefani, which is just and seeing her on screen in that outfit, just like she's definitely this. John C. Reilly does a fantastic job, as John C. Reilly does, as one of Hughes's close right-hand men to help him through his career and all that sort of thing. And it's a wonderful look at the changes that the North American entertainment and aeronautics world went through at the time. So at one point in the career of making all of his planes and whatnot, the U.S. Army contracts a spy plane from Hughes, and it ends up be calling the Spruce Goose. And on July 7th, 1946, he takes the spy plane for a test flight and crashes, which is about an hour and 41 minutes into this 2-hour and 50-minute movie. And when it came to the Academy Awards for that particular season, it ended up winning for Best Supporting Actress for Kate Blanchett, Best Art Direction, Best Costume Design, Best Cinematography, and Best Film Editing. It also ended up getting nominations for Best Actor for Leonardo DiCaprio, Best Supporting Actor for Alan Alda, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Picture, Best Sound Mixing. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off into the future to see what we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is going to be the 8th of July, and that is In Love and War from 1997. So until next time, go see a movie.